Welcome back to fourth week for this semester. Today is another day for a lecture, and we want to continue from where we stopped last week. We were dealing with the subject Christianity in or and culture, and so far so good. We have explained so many things about various kinds of definitions, various kind of perceptions about um, Christianity and culture. And last week, which was the third week, I remember that we talked about what the relationship between Christianity and culture is. And we also talk about how does Christianity affect culture. And prior to that, we talk about does every culture have religion, and we also talk about uh, religion may be defined in a set in which attitude, beliefs, and practice pertaining supernatural power. We also talk about is religion a universal in human culture or an academic invention? Most people look at religion as an academic invention, academic struggle. When people are struggling to achieve something, to have result, where religion has become part of it, that most people believe that with religion they can get good job and other things in their vicinity. But we want people to understand that religion has to be a life of its own. Religion have to, or Christianity has to be a life that is impacting, blessing future and good moral to people. So we talk about so many things about Christianity, and I know that I read at the part where I discussed about Smith, and I talk about what characterized religion in a nutshell. And so far, so good. We talk about Eliot, and then also we talk about Smith, who profoundly influenced by Eliot, and they talk about the pattern in comparative religion, and they also move to join the faculty of University of Chicago. He admitted and motivated part by the desire to work alongside with people in order to develop their concept about Christianity. We talk about, however, he soon began to set out his own intellectual agenda, which put him at odds with Eliot paradigm. And so they brought out certain things like challenges whether Eliot constructions of sacred time and sacred space were truly universal. It also talked about Smith introducing a new self-awareness and humility to the study of religion. Humanity is very important when it comes to religion, and without that, the religion is not complete. And I know that we also talk about um, different kind of ideas that people were looking up to in terms of Christianity. That's why today we're going to start in uh, week 4, where we're going to talk about so many different things, like example, why is Christianity so important in culture? So come with me as we go into our PPT to be able to talk about the importance of Christianity in culture. Now, in the week 4 of our lecture, I want us to talk about the importance of religion in culture. Why is religion so important in or to culture in our own view and whoever view you might want to see? I would like us to talk about different kind of views that is right. Okay, so let's continue where we stopped. We were talking about what Smith uh, tried to provide in response to religion. We talked about two things, which was his challenge. We also talk about Smith noted that some culture aspire to explode or escape from space and time rather than reverse or refer them to. He also talked about introducing self-awareness and humanity to the study of religion. In his essay, Ade Pavor Magnus Acevo Eretz in 1971, like I said last time when some of us were not about to be born. The title of the quotation for Ovid meaning add a little to a little and there will be a great heap. So when you have a little things, then you can add little upon it and then it could become a very big heap of something that we can utilize. Education, or it has to start from little things and at the end of the day got to a point where it has a meaning. We continue from there, which says Smith works behind Smith works was a motivating thesis that no theory or method for studying religion can be purely objective. Rather, we talk about the classifying devices we apply to decide whether something is religious or not, always rear on pre-existing norms. The selective taxonomy of religion data from across culture, stories, and societies, Smith argue so many times and therefore get to a result of a scholar imaginative act of comparison and generalization. So people generalize religion and we use religion and Christianity vis-a-vis in order to be able to understand where we are going. And so there might be evidence for various expressions when it comes to religion. And in religion, in general sense, when we talk about religion, we have Christianity also inside. We have Hinduism, Judaism, Islam, and so forth. So these are many parts of religion which Christianity also is among. But these become religious only through second order. Scholar reflections. A scholar definition could even lead her to categorize some things as religion that are not conventionally thought of as such. Provocating and initially puzzling, Smith claims that religion is created for the scholar's analytic purposes. It's now widely accepted in the academy. So it's becoming academic struggle, academic pursuit, academic challenges that people are taking it as a field whereby they become famous and strong. Now, Smith reaffirmed his own critical appreciation for Eliot's work in two of his last publications before his death in December 2017. And one of his final courses he taught at Chicago was a close reading of pattern. Now these days people are taking reading as a course because many people don't even know how to read, and so when they read, it's educating, is encouraging, and is helping them to function and be able to flow within the space on which they can read. So what is the aim that you think reading has become pattern that people are now following and looking at this as what? As a kind of a course in which scholars are fighting and struggling to make it relevant towards the society. Smith's aim was never to exhaust his elite from the field. His intention was instead to dispense with the temptations of self-evidence, to teach scholars of religion whatever their preferred method or political ideological learning or leanings, to be clear about the power and limited or limits of the decisions that they need to make. It is paramount and important for them to see that as a challenge in the society and in where we are into today. So we will continue today normally as the main idea of importance of religion. So why is religion so an important thing in the culture? It means that the culture cannot survive without religion, or is it mean that religion must be part of culture before culture can function? So we're going to walk towards it today and see how we can be able to analyze and be able to see the importance of culture and why culture and in religion are very, very important in our daily life. Number one, Christianity is a life of its own with a fulfilling promises. Now, when you look at Christianity, out of many religions, you can see Christianity have a goal because they have a focus. Christianity have a promises that has a fulfilling end. Bear me, because when you turn around, you can see many religions that at the end they have nowhere to go. But in religion, in Christianity, it says, Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So whoever wants to go to see my Father must pass through me. So let's see ideas about this based on what we have on the screen. More than 1.2 billion people today do not consider themselves religious. Why? You can ask yourself that question. Why will most people will not consider themselves as religion? There are many things beyond that and above that. Hundreds of reasons you can think about. Associate themselves as atheists, Gnostics, or as secular realism. Now, atheists believe there is no God. They believe everything happens in a natural way, and there is no one behind that. And so what do they mean? What do they care about? So life can still go on the way it is, and it can function even without any being, higher being above to control it. So if you look at most of them, you see that billions of people are either fetish Christian or churchgoers only, or just bench warmer, or just people who just go without a target. Because my family are Christian, they just go. So religion occupies many things. So as a religion can be a key factor in the culture, identity of many people, influencing their behavior and tradition. With religion, you can be able to identify people, belief, concept, and plans, future and hope, and all their moral attendants. So, as we continue to see, we need to know that religion is important. So, rituals, sacrifices, prayers are one of the many ways people show their allegiance to a particular religion. So rituals, some people initiate you into their religion by taking an oath, some by taking licking blood and covenant, and some by swearing out of nothing with some names and some power and some faithish charms that could be of scary. But when we come back to Christianity, we know that our initiation into Christianity or ritual is only believe in Christ and accept Him as Lord and personal Savior. Then give your sacrifice, time, energy, money, life, and everything to the work of God. And then continue to pray, which intercede with people and also make other people better for the glory of His name. So this shows that the allegiance to the particular religion can promote and also encourage and also give them a everlasting period of things. There are more than 10,000 religious or religion in the world, some of which you probably never heard or of or knew they exist. Now, if you permit me, I will ask you, I can say, please find out, or how many write all the religion that you know, or what are the religion so far, or how many religion so far do we have on this planet? And then at the end of the religion, compare, contrast, tell me which one you think it's possible the best and the right religion that we must follow. I believe every Christian will say is Christianity, Muslim will say it's Islam, other ones will say pagan, Buddhist and shamanism and all these things. But remember that the only religion that is right is the one we have been talking about. The majority of the world population is associated with Christianity, the largest religion, Islam, and what do you call it, Hinduism. So, however, like I said, around 1.2 billion people are without religious affiliation. These are those that associated themselves as atheists, Gnostics, or secular could be found guilty of life that has no meaning and have no future promises. But Christianity, in all that we know, has always been a focus on Jesus Christ, the author and finisher of our faith. So, religion and culture have both been subject of much secularly debate throughout history and remain in the spotlight of many discussions. Now, their relationship is complicated at best and not easy to explain, but they are both important in the lives of humans and how they construct and make sense of world around them. So if you want to talk about Christianity, relationship and culture, you discover that at the beginning of creation there was a culture that was set up when God created the heavens and the earth. And the days have been done based on first day or second day. It's not a shabby or any turn away date that one can pick up. But you must follow Monday. When Monday passed, you must wait until next week to get another Monday. So this is why it becomes so real and sensible when we come to issue of religion and culture. Even the term themselves, religion and culture, as asks for explanation that are out of the scope of this article. However, we will try to make this as simple as possible to explain religion and culture in our way of understanding, not article rather, but on these subject that we are after. How does Christianity change the world culture? See, it's a very vital question. We might say that Christianity is overshadowing, and we can say that without Christianity, nothing happens. And if that is true, it means Christianity overshadows many things in the society today. Many people today have little sense of how their life has benefited, okay? How Christianity changed the world. So Christianity, Christians are often retired about speaking about the huge legacy for good that Christians or Christianity and the followers of Christ have made upon the world. So in every Christian environment, there is a kind of set of the way pattern that Christians are looking at to be able to be to be able to see you as part of a Christian life. And we are all aware of the devastating effect war that has on the lives of people and countries, and the tragedy when such or those war are in part motivated by religion. May I be clear to this, that even though in many countries there are war, civil wars, so many fighting, but when you come to understand, you find out that Christianity has become a way in which it can solve problems, can ease the tension, and also provide things that everyone needs in order to begin his life again. That is the great change that the Christianity is having on this world. Am I right? Yes. So the scar which runs through history and overshadow parts of the war today must not, however, obscure all that the church and individual Christians have done to enhance the lives, freedom, and opportunity of many. Little that I believe that most of you might have known, and much that most of you have been seeing, is that Christianity have really gave a chance for people to transfer, to be able to be free, and to be able to have certain things to overcome. May I say to us that the church has played a significant and at times a leading role in education and our legal system. So Christianity is the one functioning and overshadowing, and with that it helps so many people to come to know that which is needed and also that which will be able to make it right. The hospice movement and many charities such as the Children's Society, Barnardos, have their roots in Christianity, and Christians have been at the forefront of it and development work, speaking against persecution and injustice in all parts of the world. So it's normal that people will be able to see and be able to figure out exactly what we are saying here. Now, the Red Cross is the most extensive organization ever created for the relief of suffering caused by war, and its name bear witnesses to its Christian origin. Whenever Christians are involved in works of caring and compassion, they are following the example of Jesus, whose life and work illustrate the love, that God has for us. Like we have said, many people today have little sense of how their lives benefit from religion or Christianity. Most of us live our lives more than what we thought, because Christianity has become our home. Christianity has become our shield. Christianity has become whatever that we need to make us what we are. So if Christianity has become influence, often view that the church with hostility or resentment, Christianity is important and useful for transformation of the world culture. How Christianity transformed is because of the influences, because of the things that the Christians are doing in order to change. Though today the love of the things of the world have taken away our pride as Christians in order to function and in order to do the right thing. May I say to you today that what is the importance of Christianity to you as individual? Are you a Christian? Or are you a pagan? Are you a Muslim? Are you a Buddhist? Are you all goers? There are people that have no specific religion that they would have loved to stay and cherish and also worship God. Now people have been going wakata like this and trying to be able to sustain themselves only. But that is not what it takes. As Christians, we must be able to protect the image of Christianity. We must be able to achieve that which is right and throw that which is wrong, and prove to the world that Christianity has come to stay, and Christianity is the source, and Christianity is the way, Christianity is the only option, one who go to heaven. And I wish and I pray that everyone will be able to find the importance of Christianity in culture. Thank you for listening to this first hour of fourth week of our lecture. Please be honest and try to write this assignment, which I say, what or how many religions do we have under this earth? Tell me what we have and what you think about that. Thank you, and see you by the next hour.
Thank you, God, for your presence.